Hey Scorpios, happy 2020. This is your January 2020 reading. And welcome. If you're new, welcome to our space. If you're returning, y'all know I love you. I'm an intuitive empath and I read the cards intuitively. So, I kind of use them as a tool to pick up on the energy around us. I don't read tarot in the traditional sense. I have one tarot deck. I mostly use oracle decks, and then I have one tarot deck that, in my opinion, is like a tarot oracle hybrid deck. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. With that being said, I'm really happy to have you all here. I love my Scorpios. You all are so passionate, so dedicated, and I'm getting a lot of that energy for you all right now. You all are seeking a lot of truth right now. You've kind of been surrounded by a lot of lies your whole life. Yeah. And so it's time to retreat, Scorpios. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay? And so you all are, you're about to go deep into a healing process, and it's been a long time coming. You've needed to do this for a long time, okay? You're a water sign, so you've been in your feelings lately, and that's okay. Water signs really feel their emotions like a motherfucker, and sometimes it's a blessing and a curse to feel everything so deeply, and I feel like lately it's kind of been driving you crazy. But that's why you're about to go into this healing process. You need to be focusing on your healing. And this healing is divine. It's divine healing. Because this healing process is going to force you to level up and bring you to the next part of your life. Things are about to be even more beautiful than you ever imagined them. Okay? Angel Melchizedek, higher learning. You've learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further the progress. See, inner study. You're about to go hermit mode, Scorpio. You're about to go within and really focus on yourself and what you need and what you want, and you're about to learn a lot about yourself. Within this healing process, you're about to learn a lot about yourself. Really, all the signs have been focusing on that last little bit of healing that needs to be done in our lives, because this is, it's the new decade. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini. There's a Gemini in your life that maybe has caused you some strife, or that you're butting heads with. But it's time to go within and focus on your healing, Scorpio. It's time, yeah. Phases and cycles. And Cancer just got this, and I did a weekly energy reading on my Instagram, and this came out, or wanted to come out, like, it's almost New Year's Eve. We're ending things. Phases and cycles are ending so that new ones can occur, okay? There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So you're putting an ending to certain bad habits and certain things that are toxic for you. Some of you might have ended a relationship. Some of you might have made a new move to get yourself away from toxic people, places, and things. But, things are ending. Things are ending, and Scorpio, one of the things that you all do best is you're soulful and you like to get down to the nitty-gritty of things, and so far you've used that to help other people, but it's time to turn it on yourself. And so that's what you're about to be doing. You're going to be going within, you're going to be focusing on your healing, you're going to be learning more about yourself, and you're going to be figuring out some of the reasons why you do the things that you do, which is eerily similar to the message I had for Cancer. So here's the thought card. You're deep in thought right now. Deep in thought. I mean, you're wondering a lot lately, Scorpio. You're really trying to figure out what's up. I just heard Aries, so you might have Aries in your chart, or you might be dealing with an Aries. But your thoughts have been really focused on trying to figure out some sort of habit that you have that's not good for you. Yeah, this is like eerily similar to the Cancer vibes that I just did. Yeah, okay. You're the hero all the time. And that's why it is sounding eerily familiar to Cancer's, because Cancer's reading was also talking about going within and going back to your childhood and figuring out what it was that happened that made you believe that you have to be everyone's hero. Because that's what you've been doing. Okay? And so far, it hasn't brought you any good. In fact, it's brought you some bad things, like, and it's kept you from what you deserve and what the universe actually wants to give you. Yeah, you need to go back and figure this out, man. And you know that, Scorpio. You're very aware that's why you're trying to do that. You're going hermit mode and you're going within so that you can figure out what's up, because you already know. You already know this toxic, never-ending cycle of trying to save everybody. You're starting to look back and realize how much you've lost from it, and you're thinking about the things you could gain if you would get rid of that. And that's good, because there are things that the universe wants to give you, Scorpio, that you won't be able to have until you stop trying to save other people. Why is this such an overwhelming theme? Like, so many of my followers are empaths and are like, we're learning about ourselves and stuff, and that's something that empaths struggle with, is trying to save other people at the detriment of ourselves, okay? So you're going within, okay, and you are trying to gain some sort of knowledge on the situation, but something is stopping you. Like, there's something else that you're going to need to do to be able to gain that knowledge. You might need to go to counseling, or you might need to find like a support group or something. But there's something out there that can help you understand this more. And you need to do that, because I feel like people have been telling you the wrong things, and it's impeded upon what you should know, okay? Like, you've been kind of around some energy that's telling you the wrong things. And there's even like somebody in your circle who comes off as someone who has a lot of knowledge, or you've always viewed them as someone who has a lot of knowledge. And you're coming to realize that their knowledge does not come from a place that's good or positive. And the knowledge that they have, it's like if you're trying to better your life and you're trying to be legal and, do things the straight way, and somebody keeps coming at you with street smarts. Like, someone keeps giving you knowledge that's not helping you. That's why you need to maybe not cut them off, but like, you need to set some boundaries and stop listening to the outer influences, because you've been listening to the wrong thing, and it's forced you to believe something that isn't true about yourself. It's time to take your mask off. You've been wearing a mask. You're not even who you think you are, Scorpio. You don't even know who you are, because you've been so into saving other people. You don't even know who you are, Scorpio. I mean, that's crazy, And there we go. Your emotion and your intellect. Your emotions are getting in the way of what you should know. You know, this is, you allow your emotions sometimes to get in the way of really knowing what's true, okay? For some of you, like, the love you have for somebody is keeping you from seeing how toxic they are to you. It could be a parent for some of you. They could be part of the reason why you always feel like you have to save everybody. Especially like if they were a single parent and you grew up feeling like you had to help them all the time. Man, that you need to go back. See, Cancer just had something similar. You might even need to go read the Cancer reading, but you need to go back to when this all began. But you know this. These Scorpios are so aware because, like I said, you all like to get to the nitty gritty and get down to the bottom of things. So you know this. You know you need to go back. Maybe I'm sensing a little bit of fear about going back. It might have something to do with your father. Okay? So, single parent. Not having a father figure in your life and feeling like you had to replace him and take his place for your mother. That was really specific to someone. Yeah. So your gender roles are all messed up. Like you feel like as a male, you have to come in and save all these women that you're with because you felt that way as a child. That was very specific for somebody. See, my nose itches when I channel. Somebody needed to hear that. But it's time to turn a new leaf. You need to go within, you need to heal, you need to focus on yourself, and you need to be able to accept when relationships don't work out, and you need to be able to adapt and not to let your emotions derail you when things don't work out. Because I just am sensing that you've had a lot of relationships that haven't worked out this year. And it's time not to be in a relationship. You really need to be focused on yourself, and you need to be focused on your healing. Okay? You might not be in recovery, but in recovery, they say, like, don't be in a relationship for at least a year because you need to focus on your freaking self. You know? I had just started talking to a guy, and I, like, cut him off the other day, and he, like, got really upset that I wanted to focus on myself and my own healing because that's, like, what you need to be doing, what I promised myself I was going to do. You know what I mean? And I was already letting this guy distract me from it. And then when I told him that I didn't want to be in a relationship or anything, he totally like freaked out on me and showed me exactly what I already knew, that he wasn't ready for a relationship either. He needs to heal also, you know? And I realized I didn't even want a relationship. I just get lonely sometimes. And we shouldn't fall into letting loneliness affect us that way. Okay? Just because you're lonely, it doesn't mean that you keep accepting toxicity. That's why you need to go into yourself and go within and heal so that when you feel lonely, you don't feel like you need to have another person there to make you feel better, so that you're able to go within and pull yourself out of it. And so that when relationships don't work out, they don't affect your emotions and derail you and like mess your whole life up, because you have enough self-love within to know that that just wasn't meant for you. Okay? Yeah, see, the Sage is in reverse. You've been getting bad advice. You've been getting really bad advice. And, like, when you decide to go and do this healing, you're going to get more bad advice. People are going to try to give you even more bad advice. So you need to be discerning when you decide to go in. And when you decide to go within and figure out what you need and what you need to do for your healing process, some people are going to give you some bad advice. There might even be somebody who comes in and you have a crazy connection with them. And so their advice is that you guys get into a relationship and heal each other. No, that's codependency. Okay. It might be that, like, within your healing, one person tells you that you need to go to this type of counseling when in your heart you need that type of counseling. Okay. It can look a lot of different ways, but coming up, some people are going to be trying to give you the wrong advice about your healing, and you need to be able to stand strong and say, no, that's not what I need. Everybody's healing is different. Nobody can tell you how to heal based upon their own process. You have to figure that out for yourself. There are many, many, many different avenues of healing. You do not have to follow one person's, okay? And just because people know what works for them, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So follow your intuition when that comes. Follow your intuition and discern on your own so that, people don't come in and cause conflict. Because there's going to be some conflict. Like, just be discerning, okay? Be discerning, Scorpio. Don't lose your head and don't take on too much advice. When people give advice, it's usually not because they're being negative. It is because they want to help you. But sometimes people are jaded by their own experiences and such. So you need to be able to be discerning so that you know what is for you and what is not. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Use that in real life with your healing process. You take what resonates and you leave what doesn't. Okay? See, it's just reiterating. There's going to be somebody that comes at you during your healing process, and they're going to try to tell you that they have the wisdom to help you along. But this person hasn't even come to grips with their own healing process or even tried to heal. So they really aren't the one to be trying to tell you what you need to do to heal. So just be discerning. Okay? You need to decide for yourself what is what and what you need and what you don't. Okay, Scorpio? Oh my... Y'all! All 3 readings today keep getting this card to end. And you see me shuffling this damn deck. Maybe that's why Spirit was telling me do Taurus, then Cancer, then Scorpio, because like all of you are on this energy of you're trying to manifest bigger and better things, but you're being held back by like toxic energy. I mean, everyone is ending with this today. What in the actual fuck? You can't make this stuff up, okay? So, just like Cancer and just like Taurus, you are in spirals of manifestation, or you're about to be. But in order to get there, you're going to have to be discerning. Because, like, it's like I just said in Cancer's video, you can't manifest in the dark. You can't. You need to step into the light so that you can start manifesting. But there's going to be people coming up who try to tell you what to do with your healing. And if you aren't discerning and you aren't able to pick what's best for you, Scorpio, you're not going to be able to manifest all the things that you want in 2020. So be discerning. Discernment is very important right now for you. Okay? Focus on yourself. Focus on your healing. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. Don't let people tell you what your journey looks like, what your path looks like. It's your healing. It's for you. Healing doesn't look the same for everybody. Everybody has a different path. Everybody got to their pain in different ways, okay? Healing is not one size fits all. So be discerning. And that way, when it's time, you'll be able to manifest all the things you've been wanting. You just have to be able to discern for yourself. Okay? I love you guys. Thanks for being with me. And I hope everybody has a good January. Good January 2020. Okay? Love you guys.